How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and today we're going to be talking about SOS, and we're also going to be talking about EBON. And I must say, considering the conditions that we had inside the market today, SOS did a great job. I know you're saying, well, Dre, it finished lower, but at the same time, compared to other stocks in the same sector, it held up very, very strong, and that's something to be aware of. We already know there's already a lot of manipulation. There's also a lot of short interest in this stock. We already went over the short ball free rate, which has been updated. Now it's at around 38 to 39% the last time I checked. So taking all of this into consideration, we also have people who are panic selling, especially when we saw the price action that we saw today. There was definitely a lot of pressure on the selling side. But again, that is to be expected because we know that this stock is volatile, but we also do know the opportunity that lies within this particular stock in the space that it's actually in. But what I'm going to be doing in this video, of course, we got to take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. So seeing Bitcoin just hit just under 65K was actually something really good to see, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some more strong movements coming from it. So we already know we want to see that 70K sometime in May to June. So that is the goal, sometime in May to June, and we already know by the end of the year we want to see a minimum 100K. So the fact that Bitcoin is getting comfortable and building up that support into that low mid 60 area is something that we want to see. And as well as Ethereum. Ethereum is definitely killing it, doing its thing on all-time highs and so forth. And we know the stocks that we talk about, especially SOS, they are mining Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is good, as well as Hive as well. But again, I won't go off topic here, but this is something to be aware of. So let's get into those videos and I'll give you guys my final thoughts afterward. Into the technical analysis for SOS. So we're going to take a look at the overall performance. So it ended up closing the day at $4.53, being down 5.62% on the day. As far as the low, we ended up seeing $4.05, as you can see over here, and we ended up seeing a high on the day at $4.84, which you can see over here. So, but one of the things that we need to take notice of as far as on the day, we definitely have some resistance here at this $4.80 level. We tried testing this on two different occasions, as you can see here within the period of 10 minutes, but we're just unable to actually get past this particular area. So then we ended up having that strong sell-off where it got down to at 405, but it then bounced up very quickly. And one of the things to take notice of, we definitely came back to holding up this area of support right here around this $4.42 level. Despite breaking it for a period of time, we were able to come back very quickly and reclaim it. Why is this an area of support? We could also see we're able to close above that 450 level. So that's one of the reasons why we want to see for tomorrow it being able to actually use this $4.42 area as an area of support. If the area does end up breaking, then we're looking for a quick recovery. Now, with the information that we've seen today inside the market, we already know that there's some potential pullback opportunities here at 427 and very here right around 405. Now, the reason why this is important to know is because, hey, these are ways for you to take advantage of, especially on dips. If you would have got in here at this 405 level, if you take a look down here at the RSI, that was an opportunity. That's literally around 24. If you take a look over here when it was at 427, again, low on the RSI, you see right around 34 right there. So we have 24 and 34. We already know if it's in the 30 range, we're getting it at a good deal. So just knowing that and being aware of that is definitely key for your strategy, especially if you're looking at SOS medium term or long term. So now I want to kind of go over the resistance area that we had as the day started to progress. So one area to take a look at and to know is around this $4.60 level where you see highlighted in front of you. So once we're able to actually break through this area, and that's why it's no strange coincidence that lines up right where we have the 100-day, we can get past that and then see some strong momentum where we can make a move up to here, getting up to that 470 level fairly quickly with momentum. So just be aware of that and know that. But as far as for tomorrow, some more potential pullbacks. Like I said, this is a stock that is heavily manipulated, so I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. So if we take a look now at the 1 month chart here, so just looking at the 1 month, as we know, this is definitely going on a downward trend. So considering this downward trend, this also provides an opportunity if you believe in SOS long term. You can see again, right down here from the RSI, it's definitely right here inside the 30 range, and we look at it as of late around 41. So just taking this information into consideration, hey, this is definitely looking good if you believe in the company. But it is below the 100-day and it's also below the 200-day. These are areas that I'm looking forward to seeing SOS reclaim. Whether that's going to be happening before the end of the month, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. So we'd definitely love to see SOS getting back above that $5, especially come sometime next week. Because if we can get back into that above that $5 area and we get right above the 200-day, then we can start getting right over here around $5.50. And with a lot of momentum, we can make that jump and get up to the 580s. And you already know if we can get to the 580s, have a strong move in getting above $6. So that's what I wanted to really update you guys on, so you're aware of this. So hey, let's see how Friday actually turns out, how it looks, but be aware of those potential areas where the stock could actually pull back to, so you're prepared and you're not surprised about it. So let's start the technical analysis for EBON. So we ended up closing the day at $4.22, being down 9.64%. On the low, we ended up seeing $4.06, as you can see over here, and we ended up seeing on the high $4.63 that you can see over here. So one of the things we want to take a look at are the support and the resistance areas. So we could definitely clearly see here, we have some areas of support right here at this $4.10 level. It did get below that briefly, but not for too long because it recovered fairly quickly. So just knowing that is something to keep in mind with this stock. We also see that they have some support right here at this $4.20 level. So taking that into consideration around the 420s to the high 14s, so 17 and so forth, it's good to see that EBON was actually able to close at 422 because the 21-day EMA is right at 419. So will this continue to be bullish going into tomorrow? Well, it all depends on the market conditions and what the volatility is like, but I definitely want to see EBON come back to reclaiming this 100-day and then making some moves and having some momentum going into next week to reclaiming back to this 200-day. So that would be preferably on the Monday, but if we get that on Friday, even better. But from what it's looking like and how the market has been and with the strong sell-offs we've been seeing as of late, Friday I'm really making sure that I'm having realistic expectations. If we take a look even at the RSI where it's at currently, it's right at fair value on this 5-day, 5-minute chart. Now, the one thing I want to show you guys, which is on the 6-month chart. So what if it pulls back even further? Let's say if it goes further back behind that $4.60 where it tested. So the next area of support to be tested would be right here at this $3.90 level. So that $3.90 level ended up breaking. We need to take a look at the 1-year chart. If we go and look at this 1-year chart, and we already seen that level at $3.90. So look at this. We have $3.82. Is there a possibility it can get down to this area? I want to make sure that you guys are prepared and you're not surprised if it does happen. Because if you do believe in EBON long term, this does open up a buying opportunity if it decides to pull back in these particular areas. So keep an eye out if that does happen at that 382 and that 390 level. But for what I'm seeing, I definitely do see EBON should be able to hold above $4.20. But if it doesn't, I'm looking for it to bounce off that $4 level. So for my final thoughts for SOS and EBON, I got to remind you guys and tell you this again. Know what you are holding. There's a lot of potential in both of these companies, but there's also a lot of bias going on with Chinese crypto mining companies overall in general. We've already noticed that they've taken steps to legitimize themselves, especially SOS. So one thing is you need to realize this, understand this, and know this is going to contribute to the volatility that you are seeing in the market. I also emphasize the fact that, hey, look at other crypto stocks in that space. Have a watch list taking a look at other stocks. So looking at Hive, looking at Hut, looking at Mara, looking at Riot. taking a look and gauging how are they performing, how are they matching up, in that sense will give you a good idea of what's going on and what you need to look forward to. Yes, certain stocks might be down, but if you see the value in the stocks that you're holding, then it should not be a problem at all. Because if you really don't believe in it, then you shouldn't be in the play in the first place. This is not, and I'm going to emphasize, this is not for anyone who's looking at this short term. Because if you have short term goals and the stock is not moving in the direction of where you want it to go within your period of time, then you're more likely to sell out and lose money. And that's something that I don't want you guys doing on this channel. And with that said, I got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. And now the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about before I close this video. One thing that we have noticed since Coinbase has IPO'd, the whole entire crypto sector and all of the stocks within it have been heavily affected. So taking this into consideration, it's going to take a little bit more time for these stocks to recover and get back to where they were previously. And then goes to my next point. A lot of people ask me, so Dre, is it better to actually invest in the stock, or should we just buy the coin? Should I just buy Ethereum? Should I just buy Bitcoin? And the way how it's looking, if you want to make sure you have direct exposure, then yes, it makes a lot of sense to actually start buying into the coins. So buying Bitcoin, right? Buying Ethereum. I know some of you talk about buying Dogecoin. Again, that's the best type of exposure that you can give yourself. The reason why you're investing in stocks, you may not be comfortable when it comes to actually investing in the coins themselves, right? Maybe you're not there yet. Or maybe you're just like, you know what? I don't really want to be in the coin space investing in that. I'd rather be in the equity space by owning an actual mining company and so forth. And you know what? That's okay. That is fine. But just know what comes with that. So if there's volatility in the market, or if the market is down, then it will affect your overall equities, of course, that you have in the crypto space, like SOS, EBON, Mara, right? But if you want to kind of relieve yourself from what you get from the stock market in regards to, hey, if there's a down day, your stocks could be down, then investing in the coins might be a decision that you might want to actually start considering. And with that said, make sure you do your homework and your due diligence so you understand the volatility that comes with it. Because when you see those fluctuations in price action, I want you to make sure that you're able to actually handle it. You want to make sure you're aware of that because you are putting money in it, and it's very important that you don't go in with a lot of emotions in the money that you're investing with. It has to be money that you're not afraid to lose. And this goes the same way when it comes to things when we talk about stocks like SOS and EBON and so forth. We are investing cash that we are not afraid to lose, and that's part of the reasons why we are able to actually hold the stock and not worry about it on a daily basis. So if you don't have those same sentiments, then I really do believe you need to reevaluate and figure out what your goals are and start investing and trading in that particular fashion. So hope you guys found this video helpful, and we'll talk soon. Peace.